Today, we're diving into something really fun. We're going to take a look at a story that lovingly and hilariously makes fun of the very fantasy genre it belongs to. We are deconstructing the brilliant satire of the unfinished tales of Gasnar. So, right from the get-go, the story tells you exactly what you're in for. Or so you think. This quote from the preface lays it all out. It sounds like every fantasy world you've ever heard of, right? It's setting that perfectly familiar, comfortable stage. And that, right there, is where the fun really starts. The story takes all our expectations, everything we know and love about fantasy, and flips it on its head. It asks a pretty fascinating question. Okay, so here's our game plan for today. We're going to start with the perfectly cliched world itself, then meet the unreliable historians. After that, we'll get to know our classic heroes, see how they meet in the most chaotic way possible, and then wrap it all up by talking about what makes this kind of parody so great. First things first, let's explore how Gasnar is built, piece by piece, using pretty much every fantasy building block you can possibly imagine. And trust me, this isn't lazy writing, this is comedy by design. I mean, the world building is just a checklist of every trope in the book. You've got a planet that's 10 times the size of Earth, held together by good old mana. The main kingdom is, of course, the land of the free peoples, and naturally they were once enslaved by the faceless evil that no one likes to speak the name of. And who defeated this evil? A noble halfling king. Of course, it's all just perfect. So you might be wondering, who wrote all this history down? Who documented this incredibly detailed yet somehow completely generic lore? Well, the story has the perfect tongue-in-cheek answer for that. You see, the entire history of this world, every map, every legend, every single prophecy, it all comes from one very specific, very trusted source. The old, wise, ancient prophets. Naturally. But whom everyone still blindly believes without a single question. And this is just so smart. It's this fantastic running gag that pokes fun at how we, as readers and players, just accept these ridiculously complex histories without ever stopping to think, wait, who even wrote this stuff? All right, we have our perfectly generic world, we have our questionable history, now we just need some heroes. And where does every single epic fantasy quest begin? You already know the answer. A tavern. And here is where the recipe for total chaos really comes together. We've got our perfect archetypes, the loud barbarian, Bernavares, and a special thank you to the master himself for his participation in this tale. Then there's Samrock, the moody dark elf, and Elaine, the mystical druid. But just look at their motivations. They're all after the same axe. One needs to steal it, one needs it for his backstory, and one needs to destroy it. Yeah, this is gonna go well. So, how in the world does this trio with completely opposite goals team up? Well, it happens through a very logical, well-thought-out series of events. Just kidding. It's an absolute train wreck. Now, before we see exactly how it all goes down, we need to talk about this little plot device, Deus Ex Machina. It's basically when a solution to a problem comes out of nowhere. The Unfinished Tales takes this idea and just runs with it for maximum comedic effect. And here we go. This is how our legendary heroes meet. It is a domino effect of pure, unadulterated nonsense. It just perfectly skews those forced, chaotic encounters that kick off so many adventures. The spilled beer, the punch, the evasive kiss, the sudden tiger. It's beautiful madness. And just when you think it can't get any more ridiculous, right as the guards are about to drag them all away, our Deus Ex Machina shows up. A dwarf conveniently bursts in, offering a quest that gives our three walking disasters a single, temporary reason not to kill each other. So, okay, what's the point of all this? This is more than just making fun of fantasy. There's a real art to this kind of parody, and a deep appreciation behind it. You see, satire like this only works because it comes from a place of love. The author clearly adores the fantasy genre. It's like an inside joke for all the fans. It celebrates all those predictable things we enjoy, while also giving us permission to laugh at how silly they can be. Ultimately, by deconstructing all these tropes, from the ancient prophets to the tavern brawl that starts it all, the Unfinished Tales of Gasnar actually makes us appreciate them even more. It gets you thinking about all the wonderfully absurd cliches out there. So I'll leave you with this. What's your favorite?